Can we... Oh, I'm so excited, I'm shaking. Can we talk about this? The gaming industry is oversaturated, and it has been for years. With so many new games being pushed out daily, companies are trying just about anything to keep their hands on your money. Whether it be the hundreds of MOBAs being released after the wild success of Dota and better Dota, this is just a joke guys, put down the pitchforks, or some companies going as far as to outright borrow Overwatch completely. Don't think we forgot Hi-Rez, you're still a piece of shit. I'm excited for your new game, Outer Strike Global Defensive. Repetition is in the meta, and I mean, it's not a bad thing. We live in the age of sequels, and a lot of them are really good. Uncharted 4, Metal Gear V, anything touched by Nintendo, seriously, how are they so perfect? But unfortunately, more often than not, franchises lose their way. Remember when Bomberman became a fucking grim, dark, murderous robot from the future? Or when Call of Duty got rocket boots? Or when Sonic went from a cutesy, fast-paced side-scroller to this? Who did this? Was it you, Bob Raffy? You go to your room and you think about what you've done. I'm canceling Christmas. And what did you do to Knuckles? Oh, holy shit, has he been working out? I guess that Bowflex sponsorship is paying off. It is a common occurrence for companies to try to rehash old characters with new formulas, hoping that their poster child can serve as a band-aid to cover up the game's shallow mechanics and mediocre gameplay. But we're not that stupid. You can't just rattle a toy and shove dog shit in our mouths like some sort of baby. Alright, well, how cute is the toy? Alright, I'll buy it. Fortunately, companies tend to rubber band back after failing immensely. Unless we're talking about Sega, because boy did they try. In a lot of instances, companies don't even attempt anything new. They just copy and paste the exact same game and re-release it every decade or so for the free buddy. Crash Bandicoot HD, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, Kingdom Hearts 2.999999997, since we need to leave room for 2 more, and so forth. And though we're constantly developing trust issues due to remakes sometimes sucking enough to vacuum lift the nut out of my balls at Mach 7, there lies something else. Instead of old faces on new mechanics, some teams have the nerve to try the opposite. A whole new face in a world once familiar. In a genre some are coining as high bit, retro games are back, but better. And they serve a purpose that the industry has needed for years, reminding us of a time in which games were carried by gameplay mechanics and story alone while still blowing us away with some of the best pixel art to date. High-bit games offer companies with less resources the ability to create masterpieces that will actually succeed. That was a mouthful. I mean, look at Cavestory. This game was designed, written, and composed by, I'm gonna fuck this name up, by Daisuke Pixel Amaya in his free time. He made this in his free time. Half of us can barely get out of bed. The other half is laying on the ground next to the bed. Some people just have all the talent. Hyper Light Drifter is another game created by a small team. The story is based around developer Alex Preston, who has a heart disease that can kill him at any moment. Wanting to express his personal struggle to a larger audience, his team successfully kickstarted the game in September of 2013 and netted a staggering $640,000. And unlike a ton of Kickstarters, Hyper Light Drifter actually delivered. I'm not saying that every new retro game is worth being applauded. I mean, some games should stay in the pit of hell that they crawled out of. Yooka-Laylee, albeit not a high-bit game, was a fucking horrendous attempt to try to cash out with nostalgia alone. Uninspired platforming, bad controls, terrible levels, and shitty character design. I mean, look at her. Please don't talk to me. You're very pretty. But when a retro-inspired game hits, it hits hard. Giving developers a way to tune into their passion without going through the customs of a billion-dollar company allows for a new world of creativity. Whether it be a story-driven RPG that balances morality on a razor-thin edge like Undertale, or a couch co-op clobberfest that makes you want to punch your best friend in the ass like BroForce, high-bit games are fucking awesome, and I'm glad they're becoming so popular again. And goddamn, I love Owlboy. Can I get a motherfucking amen? Thank you for watching this week's episode of Can We Talk About This? If there's something else you want to talk about, leave it in the comment section below and I'll be sure to get to it because I love you. And you have a really good fashion sense. I really like your socks. They really bring out your ankles. Is that weird? Anyone ever tell you that? That you got nice ankles? Because I did. I think so. I like everything about you.